Hello, hello, hello. Grab a seat, grab a tea, get extra comfy. Hi, my name is Yuki. I'm the princess of all things spooky and ooky, but the only thing scary about me is that I actually finished all these Warhammer videos. Okay, so this is part, like, 87 or so. I don't even know anymore. But I watched all the Bricky faction videos. If you missed it, you can catch me live Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. CST. Reacting to stuff. It's pretty cool. Enjoy the video! Hit us with influencer banner. That's right, guys. It's influencer banter time. I'm Yuki the Nine-Tailed Kitsune Shrine Maiden, and that means that you have to hit like, subscribe, and watch this whole entire video, or I'll cry. Or I'll cry. Do all the things, or I'll bawl my eyes out. That's it. That's the start of the video. We're watching every single Warhammer 40k faction re-explain part 1, but we're already 45 minutes into the video, so, like, if you want to watch the rest of it, you gotta find the other videos. But this is this, and this is now. Let's get into it! I can't believe Wild laughed at me as he left. I was like, no, don't leave, you just got here. We're fixing to start the activity. And he was like, go F yourself. I'm leaving anyways. Don't worry, I will edit that part out of the video. Alright. So, I think we're fixing to watch about Slaanesh. Trigger warning, because I don't think that they've talked about the 𝑓𝟟🎟 yet. If you're in chat, the 𝑓𝟟🎟 kind of freaky, nasty. Oh, I mean, not the 𝑓𝟟🎟. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess there are. The Drukhari, I meant. We have done an intro. We've talked about Necron's chaos a little bit. 𝑓𝟟🎟. I meant the Drukhari. In my head, I thought a thought. In my brain, I did a thing. I get mixed up. I'm old. Chat. You don't want to accept it, but honestly, probably should retire. Okay.
Ecstasy. They needed more and more and more. Nothing was ever enough. More murder, more torture. It's art, it's delicacies, it's life. This silence offends Slaanesh.
Should I go back just like a 2 seconds? This is where the video was originally paused. And then I might have hit a button. Emotion! Yeah, so we're going to talk about Slaanesh. So Slaanesh is the excess of anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be lewd. You can excess happiness. You can excess anything. Welcome on in. Thank you for the head pat. Can I get a volume check? Is this too loud?
The prince of pleasure, she who thirsts, the god of unspeakable excess, is our 4th chaos god, with the sacred number of 6 adorning their title. Slaanesh is a bit of a tricky one, because with our other 3 chaos gods, there was a certain understanding of human emotions and desires.
Slaanesh, spooky.
Desire is how they get their power. The words to be used would be decadence, pleasure, perfection, passion, excess, and many others. The pursuit of more. I'm
gonna assume the volume is great.
Experience more.
You have arrived to the Slaanesh party.
What gives Slaanesh their gifts. A lot of people believe that Slaanesh is something that originates with sex. Specifically, and it makes sense why they assume that. The visuals of Slaanesh patrons are all very lithe and sexual, but they are also intentionally androgynous to appear attractive to a variety of intrigues. However, to think that Slaanesh specifically derives from sex would be mistaken. While it is true that a lot of humanity's actions can relate
to Bricky, no! Bricky, you can't type that.
Getting laid, and Slaanesh is the dark prince of desire. It's more on the lines of feeling excess of an emotion.
That is true. They did consent. It does say I consent.
A lot of that has to do with sex. That's why it looks like sex. But it's more than just that. A patron of the arts may feed Slaanesh. One that aspires to become the perfect chef or master of their craft. And the sheer pursuit of that alone will feed Slaanesh. Whiplash is Slanesh's absolute favorite film. Videos where people beat Elden Ring on a dance pad feed Slaanesh.
There are no two words in the English language more harmful than good job.
But is there a line?
No, man, no.
This also moves into
Wait, how is good job harmful? Does that, like, what, set your expectations too high or something? Like, that teacher is an awful person. Good job isn't enough. Oh, you want great job. Only perfection. Ooh. Ooh. That's kind of mean, though, isn't it? Isn't it? Ain't it?
the concept of feeling. Sensation is a majorly Slaanesh-coded thing. It might
Into
start
good
off
job.
feeling good, but then you get to play around a little bit, you know? You play with a little bit of pain. Light pain might not be enough, so you might want more. Or inflicting the pain could be your jam. Music can increase to volumes that may hurt your ears, and even then that might not be enough. More. You must have more. Many of the disciples of Slaanesh carry a demonic form in their lithe grace. The Keeper of Secrets is his chosen envoy, and their movements are at
the Bricky video. Well, okay, that's why I did say it last time on stream. Like, hey, warning! Like, I knew we have to get through the Slaanesh and the Drukhari, but then afterwards, like, I don't think he's talked about orcs yet. Oh, after that, they just go to the Imperium. Never mind. I want my orcs. Also, Vrika, good job. I'm proud of all of you. Every one of you always works so hard, and you try so hard, and you do so much, and I love you guys wholeheartedly. And I'm really proud. Good job, everybody in chat. Yeah, thumbs up. But yeah, the Bricky video right now is prawn. Wait, I want my green muscle brain creatures. I want my orcs. I do like the Imperium of Man, and this Adeptus Mechanicus part is kind of long, so I am excited about that. And I'm also excited that the Drukhari part is not long.
of dance and pain, with an aura all the more fatal. They dance and sing, but there's always a form of malice behind every action they take. An alluring gaze that will pull you in right before the demonic entity can crush you in that grip. Slaanesh's palace has 6 layers surrounding it, and
like
one
an onion
is the excess of gluttony, where the participant finds themselves in a beautiful banquet full of the most delicious foods imaginable, tables of delicacies, and rivers of wine.
That one's for me.
The user to such a degree that they cannot stop stuffing their face, unaware that the things they are eating are very vaguely familiar meat. If one does not see themselves drowning in the river of wine, they may soon fill their bodies up so much that they cease to function and fall over, becoming part of the banquet themselves.
This is a Miku song. This is they did a series of Vocaloid songs that were about the 7 deadly sins, and the gluttony one I think is Mikio. I don't ever know how to pronounce her name, but she sings about how she wants to try all these unique foods in the world. She wants to try all of them. Okay, she sits at the table, people prepare all this weird stuff, she just eats all of it. Just her. And then at some point, she had eaten everything in the world. She's tried all this stuff. But you know what she hasn't tried? People. So she's like, make the servants into delicious meals. And then it ends with her being like, well, I've eaten everybody. I've eaten everything. So she eats herself. Starting her legs. She's just like, that's the only thing left I haven't tried was, do I taste good? Yeah, there's actually a lot of really scary Hatsune Miku songs too. That's the type of internet that I'm from, in case anybody wants to know. When like they make the creepypasta Vocaloid music. But yeah. Wild. Yeah. Fun facts with Yuki. But yeah, there's one about like The greed, gluttony, lust. That's why I hate the guy with the purple ponytail, because he's the lust one. He a hooker. I don't know. It left like a bad impression that now I get creeped out every time I see that guy, because he's a hooker.
That is one of the 6 layers of Slaaneş's palace. This was the ecstasy that the Eldar civilization indulged in for millennia, and did so at a monumental scale that they...
Hold, you guys have never heard any scary Hatsune Miku songs on the internet? Like Fear Garden and the like Circle You song? Have not. No? Nobody. See, y'all probably don't know the like bacteria virus Miku either. No, heard about is the Fox Wedding one. That one is on Project Diva. The way that that one is sung actually gives me the heebie-bajeebies. As much as I am a fox, and as much as you guys should love me forever, doing that one gives me the heebie-bajeebies. But no, there's a lot of messed up Vocaloid songs. There's some that I still can't even like look at today that are pretty like whack. Like even today as a grown man. Like if I go near, I'm like ugh. Can't do it. Yeah, I really well, okay. Thumbnails really kind of like speak to a guy. You know what I mean? And some of those thumbnails had really freaky Mikus on it. So you go in and you like read the lyrics and you're like okay, the unique thing about Vocaloid is that anybody in the whole entire world can make a song. You can get the voice box and you can make a song with any character. So I'm not saying like those were like canon official Sega songs. The 7 Deadly Sins one might actually be. Now I need to do a react stream where we listen to some of the music that I listened to from Vocaloid when I was a child. And see how you guys feel about it. And the chat's like, no, 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 Yuki, no, we can't. Yuki, please don't torture us like this. I gotta pull up all the like weird stuff. It's cute. It's cute. They're just like they're all little like serial killers. Yuki, what do you know of Hatsune Miku? Murderer.
Create a god from it. Find pleasure in every moment. Indulge in every whim. Let lesser races feel the burden of their crude lives. We are beyond such concerns or worries. Every power is ours to use. Every sensation ours to experience. We are truly masters of the galaxy, and all others exist owing to satisfy our curiosities. We have earned our position of power. Let us forever taste the fruits of such achievement. Time itself is ours to command. We are eternal.
What?
With the birth of Slaanesh, the Eldari Empire ceased to be.
Do what now, Bricky?
A catastrophic event so horrible that the warp ripped a hole permanently in our reality. A fissure forever known as the Eye of Terror. With the sudden inhalation of this god's largest breath, the Eldari souls are a currency to be now collected by she who thirsts. Trillions of Eldar died in an instant. Slaanesh gorging on their souls to satisfy his palate. 99.9% of their entire species died, and the rest are doomed to a fate worse than death. For Slaanesh now stakes a claim on each and every Eldar soul. From the moment they pass on, an eternity of torment awaits them. The remaining Eldar devote their entire lives to...
Wait. In honor of this video. No, Bricky's blocking it. The big booty baddie clown. No. Bricky, can you take 2 steps to your right? The big booty baddie clown. No. 07 in the chat. All I know about Hatsune Miku is her appearance in Dropkick on My Devil cameos were apparently really big. I've never heard of that. But Miku does everything and anything. She gets
this
around.
Eventuality. Their dying race so devoted to saving themselves from the Dark Prince. And, in doing so, have found very creative ways.
What does that say?
In the modern world of Warhammer, the
craft
world Eldar
are
the main force of Eldar in the galaxy and represent the elf style that many think of when you think elves in space. Fantasy elves in space, not those elves. We'll get to them. A craft world is a monumentally large starship, the size of a continent, that acts as a form of flotilla.
It looks like a mushroom.
During the highest reaches of hedonism, many Eldar saw the demonic writing on the wall and began to try and seek asylum from their own debauchery. Those Eldar left on monumental craft worlds into the far reaches of the galaxy and saved themselves from Slaanesh's awakening. The main thing the craft world Eldar seek is to temper their minds and bodies in a way that will never allow them to slide back into their old ways. The representation they carry is that of a more feudal Japanese motif. Eldar follow paths as they age, the path of the warrior, the seer, the poet, the diplomat, the bone singer, and so on.
The heck is a bone
paths
singer?
Are a strict code of conduct to hone the heightened Eldar psychology down a school of thought and action. And if it sounds a hell of a lot like Bushido, well, you're damn right. Here's a medal and a soul stone. Don't lose it or an eternity of torment awaits you. Going through these paths will allow you to take up not just a role in Eldar society, but keep your mind clear from the past worries that plagued them. Every Eldar is said to be a psyker, however, very few of them actually utilize their psychic powers for fear of tempting she who thirsts. A large amount of emphasis is also put on ancestors of the Eldar and learning from them the farther you go down a path. This can
looks like Farah from Overwatch.
By the large variety of jewels adoring the armor of Eldar. Those are called soul stones, the biggest middle finger to Slaanesh they can think of. See, when an Eldar dies, these stones act as a backup, and instead of their souls going to Slaanesh, they are then trapped and stored in this little stone. So when the Eldar say they commune with their ancestors, they mean so very literally, as the spirit and soul of generations before them are stored here. Often, larger structures may contain vast amounts of soul stones, such as the Infinity Circuit in the craft world itself.
Question that chat's not gonna know. If you squish the stone, does that mean that Slaanesh gets their souls? Like, could you crush it? I don't know if he'll cover that. Also, question for YouTube chat in the future. Everybody wave. Hi, YouTube. If we crush the rock, does the soul have to go to the warp? Was a big deal. Oh, okay. I'll have to go look it up.
The souls of the dead to help power their enormous starship. The young do not desire the discipline of the path, but rather their curiosity drives them to try every fruit from the tree. Thus, it is that so many take the path of wandering or the path of damnation in their first years of adulthood. And so, the great tragedy of our kind is played out again and again as the number of our people shrink from generation to generation. These paths, when completed, allow an Eldar to move to the next one, then the next one. However, since this is the grim darkness of the world, many of these paths rely on combat. The Eldar actually had gods at one point. Cain, Val, Isha, 𝓟ᓟ�, and so on. These gods are aspects of the Eldar pantheon, and while many were killed in Slaanesh's creation, their teachings live on. For some, the strongest devotion to the Eldar gods is to join the Aspect Warriors and embody the wrath of Cain, their god of war. While guardians of the Eldar craft worlds are more akin to a trained militia, the Aspect Warriors embody a particular variant of the path. Each are led by a Phoenix Lord, a name passed down through generations and embodying the souls of prior Phoenix Lords with each new one. The Howling Banshees, led by Jane Czar, Fugin and his Fire Dragons, Baharoth,
that looked like a
Hawks, or Malgan Ra and his Dark Reapers. Each aspect shrine carries with it the Eldar.
Wait, I do have a question. Why all of them big head? You can't ask that. That's mean. But like, what is the purpose of like? There every Eldar that they have shown is wearing like a funky hat. Cause squid hit. Yeah, but like,
our way
is that
of
what they
war.
look like?
Fast, hard-hitting, and incredibly tricksy. For they do not have the numbers to fight in any.
We're at the end of the craft world, Eldar, and their funky soul stones. And maybe now that there's some more Warhammery peepholes in here, I had asked earlier, what happens if you crush the soul stone? Does it send the soul back to the warp and feed Slaanesh? Or is your soul like effed from being turned into a rock? And maybe one of you party people know. Okay, so if the rock gets broken, it does get claimed by Slaanesh. Okay, cool.
Can be by
Well, not
their
cool,
own actions.
but okay, cool.
They once ruled the galaxy in an honest, non-hyperbolic way, but in the end, they were bested by themselves. And their most prominent remnants are forced to drift aimlessly through the galaxy, trying to save their species from extinction and resist the temptations of she who thirsts. But for some, the party is just beginning. Deep within the webway is the city of 𝎟ᓝ📟. This dark city once existed as a port in the webway that allowed for ease of transport for the Eldar between its various domains. The significance of this city meant that it needed to be a bit more of a neutral territory outside of the jurisdiction of general Eldar law. And
the way I
therefore,
just danced,
it was allowed to self-govern. This did not go well. The Dark City became the hideaway for all manner of sin. The Eldar race slipped into debauchery on a galactic scale that it birthed a god, and this was the city you went to when that wasn't enough for you. The convenience of being so deep within the webway was that it exists as a blind spot to the horrors of the warp. So while
some Eldar craft worlds utilize soul stones to be used as units, the Wraith constructs? What does that mean? What does that mean? But like also, this is why I think the Drukhari is so scary. Like they're like, oh, we went to like a corner of the universe and we have like a heckin' party,
of the Eldar
but like a
the downfall of their species,
big
𝎟ᓝ📟
debauchery party.
Kept partying. When Slaanesh was birthed, they were saved the worst of it, thanks to them being nice
Hey,
and
wait,
neatly tucked away inside the webway.
Space Marines do that.
But only somewhat. The Dark Prince did not have a grip around their soul, but the tiniest pinky finger, and they were still pulling. But due to their excess hedonism, they found a solution to this problem. If they tormented others, they could temporarily rejuvenate their souls and continue to cheat their inevitable death by placating the Prince of Pleasure. And if they kept this up on the regular, they could effectively become immortal. Thus, the Drukhari were born. Unlike the more stoic elves you see in works of fiction, the Drukhari themselves exist as a sort of analog of the more grim and fiendish elves you find in Norse.
The dreadnoughts have a living person inside them, just critically wounded. Does some of them not have like a spirit or something? And this also makes me think of like someone was telling me, because I was gonna bring up servitors. Someone was telling me that servitors though were like prisoners, like that was your punishment. You could become a servitor. Also, I will apologize because I realize that sounds kind of funny. I have like a wicked lisp, so if you say something and I read it funny, I apologize in advance. Wraith constructs are wraith bone mechs powered and piloted by soul stones. They come in many sizes. The larger ones have an Eldar co-pilot, so that means that there's actually like another person in there. That's sad, actually. Even in death, you must go to war. Like, please, I'm dead. I would like to rest now. Please, I am freaking tired. But I want to say that, like, Most servitors are vat grown. Okay, wait. I basically just meant that the Eldar wraith constructs, yeah, uses as a soul. Others, oh, okay. Basically, the larger wraith mechs are Evangelion mechs. I need to watch Evangelion, actually. But sometimes they will turn regular people into a servitor. I heard it was a punishment. But, like, also, not only am I relying on YouTube videos, I also am reading the YouTube comments. And I think that Warhammer's kind of big, so not everybody's going to remember everything 100% accurate. And also there might be conflict, like if things get updated, one book says one thing, another book says another, you know. I only read the 2008 edition. Well, I read the 2025 edition, you know, that kind of thing. It gets squiggly. Squiggly. When do you think Bricky will redo this again? In like 2030? When they add more stuff to Warhammer?
European mythology. The Drukhari are soul vampires, but the more basic means to feed are hardly enough to keep them going. This desire to feed is known as the thirst, and to quench it effectively, they have mastered the art of biotechnology and dark sciences to really juice themselves up on the crispy soul sprite from the vending machine called the Galaxy.
McDonald's.
The majority of Drukhari act as pirates and raiders and slavers.
He said crispy Sprite from McDonald's. The 11th edition is here and the orcs are getting all the cake. That's right, as they deserve. Orcs, 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 orcs. We love orcs. We love orcs. Yeah. Yeah, the lore can be a mess, but generally newest codex above all else. Okie dokie. Honestly, I would love to collect little Warhammer figures, but the majority of them come not painted. And I would hate to spend $5 billion on cute little figures and then I paint them and they come out ugly. Yeah, if you like Orcs 11th edition, is like Christmas morning. The green tips in Yuki's hair symbolize orcs. They're blue. Quick, a comment debate. Is my hair blue or green? I think it looks blue. Everybody says green. I don't know. Comment debate. Is my hair blue or green? Hatsune Miku colored. Thank you. I'm Hatsune Miku. That I love her so much. We were already talking about that earlier. I have traumatizing chat with my fun Miku lore. Fun Miku lore.
They go into our physical reality and drag people back to 𝑎𝑟𝑒ℏ to commit atrocities that go beyond any imaginative torture a human can think of. The Drukhari are organized in various groups throughout the Dark City to accomplish this in a more organized and extremely brutal way. The Cabals act as the main warriors of the city, led by their archons. Witches and succubi act as entertainment for 𝑎𝑟𝑒ℏ in gladiatorial arenas, and the flesh-crafting homunculus keep the Drukhari alive and discover ever increasingly more painful ways to torment their ever-increasingly large supply of slaves they are brought. The Dark Eldar see the other inhabitants of the galaxy as little more than cattle, livestock that can be brought to bay or slaughtered at any time. Their fodder, however, is not meat and muscle, but the anguish and despair of the weak.
Grab a squishy.
The Dark Eldar do indeed drink blood, but also tears, and most sustaining of all, the raw essence of pain they wring out of their captives. The truth of the matter is...
So it said they drink tears, and I have a question. How many tears and or cries would you need to fill up a cup of water? Like, how many tears would you need to realistically, like, is the person gonna have to cry for, like, 3 hours? And you can have a cup of water? Someone go... I'm just kidding. I was gonna say, someone go do that. Test that for me. Just kidding.
That Drukhari sustain themselves on the suffering of others, not just morally, but physically. 𝑎𝑟𝑒ℏ is a city rife with backstabbing schemes and murder. It is the worst back alleys of the worst ghettos at the best of times. Nothing is more horrifying to a Drukhari than death.
No,
for
they
death
can't
will
cry
see
that
them in
hard.
the talons
I
of
probably could.
Slaanesh for an eternity of torment.
I mean,
So
what?
they do everything they can to stop this. The homunculi covens
Oh,
regrow dead members from pieces of flesh as bargaining chips.
that's
The
horrifying.
succubi create grisly gladiatorial spectacles that literally rejuvenate the audience members as captives are murdered for sport. To be captured by the Drukhari is one of, if not the worst fate imaginable in the world of Warhammer 40k. In a universe built on war crimes, they are the most debased war crimers of all time. To be tortured and sacrificed in the gladiatorial arenas is a blessing, for you have escaped the fate of being in the fleshsmith's control group, or being turned into a living and breathing piece of furniture for an Archon's quarters. In a cruel twist of fate, a newly born Drukhari
They treat it as a high score. Wait, that's funny. Someone from the YouTube chat put that a human tier is roughly 6 to 6.2 microliters, and a US cup could hold 240,000. That means you need to cry roughly 40k tears. They didn't plan that, but that would be funny.
He does not arrive into this world loving torture. It is something they must grow to love. Grow to appreciate the suffering of other beings in order to survive in the world they have been brought into. If they succeed, they become some of the worst monsters in the known galaxy. A dark reflection to the Craftworlders and a taste of what Eldar society was like before the fall. If they do not succeed, they must find purchase elsewhere. Often those will join smaller parts of Eldar society like the Exodites or the Harlequins. Exodites believe in a pre-industrial variant of their
space
society,
clowns.
often retreating to more lush worlds to ride
Those like
dinosaurs
Monster Hunter.
and live off the land. Prehistoric style that I would normally laugh at if they weren't riding dinosaurs like ballers. The Harlequin dancing troupe are a subsect of
Bricky.
Eldar that are more than just a
Can't
little
believe they're
strange.
space
A
clowns.
carnival of dancing jesters that serve the Eldar laughing god of
I
Kidrak.
SMH my head.
They arrive never when expected and leave just as quickly. Blurs of light carry their footsteps as they dance their foes into a grave. Combat is just as much of a joke as it is a play on bloody murder. They travel and aid many other Eldar and sometimes even humanity for reasons we can never understand. Perhaps one day we would have, were they not stripped of their army book and folded into the Eldari Codex. So I suppose it'll have to stay a mystery, or maybe it was one of Kagurok's master plans to get back at she who thirsts and save their species. Who could know? Perhaps it was all a sick and practical joke to
That's a
Kagurok,
beautiful
and he
piece
would
of art.
find it very funny to watch me fumble the discussion of one human on a tiny blue planet across the galaxy. Oh, speaking of,
Yes!
before the fall of the Eldar, Earth, or Terra as it's called, was in ruin. One man who looks to put the pieces back together. Where did he come from?
Ah, yes, the Emperor. Aw, man, I sure hope nobody mistakes me for a god. Also the Emperor dresses like this.
We don't know. Some say he was the result of early shamans. Some say he is the final old one who escaped their species' genocide. And those that are smartest know the answer is, it doesn't matter. He revealed himself as the Emperor of Mankind, and he was tasked with the most monumental upheaval of humanity possible. The Eldari's warp fluctuations had turned the golden age of humanity into old night. Interstellar travel cut off? Check. An AI uprising? Check. Brand new psychers popping up and not knowing how to handle their powers? Oh, check. Demonic incursions? Check. Thousands of years this occurred, and now the Emperor of Mankind showed himself to put the pieces back together, unifying Terra under his rule.
Ooh, look at those
the Emperor
pixels.
founded the Imperium of Man and ruled it with an iron fist. He was the supreme leader and nothing could stand against him. He wished to remove mankind from the yoke of its former failures, and he knew he would be the best leader they could have because he was right. AI banned. Religion banned. You did as the Emperor told you, or his Thunder Warriors would put you in your place. That
You're
place
banned.
often being a grave. Now,
Oh.
Terra was thriving, but humanity needed to reclaim its long-lost brethren scattered across the stars. But to do so, he needed those that could build him a fleet truly meant for the reconquering of the galaxy. And so he turned his attention to the red planet of Mars.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for making it through the whole thing. If you made it through the whole thing, be sure to comment down some sort of cute emoji. Your favorite emoji. I want to see your emojis. Also, talk to me about Warhammer and give me a good wog. A good wog in the chat. But as I said in the intro, my name is Yuki. I stream on Twitch and YouTube Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. CST. We do reacts on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We react all the stuff. And you can all be proud. I finished all the Bricky faction videos. So they're going to come out in parts because I just, like I've talked about it before. I don't want to release like 800 hour-long, but like it's just, I'm gonna put it in chunkies, little chunkies. I did a whole 12-hour stream where we watched all the stuff. Okay, so it's gonna be quite a few parts, but they are coming, and I'm just gonna boom, 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 blast them all out. Also, if you made it this far, please like, favorite, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, all the stuff, and thank you again. And now I'm gonna go into a little bit more of a personal tangent, but I saved it for the end of the video. So if you're like, I'm just here for the Warhammer and I don't care about Foxgirl personal biz whiz, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, whatever that may be. God bless you. Have a good day. For those who do care about Foxgirl biz whiz, I haven't talked about it too much lately, but recently I realized okay, TLDR, Foxgirl got hurt in workers' comp case. TLDR. Okay. Foxgirl had to sue work. Continuation. Foxgirl lost lawsuit. Lawsuit ended badly. Did not rule in Foxgirl favor. I am still hurt. I am still getting around in a wheelchair. I don't know how, why, what, when, where, how this happened. I don't get it. Everyone's gonna say, lawyer bad, lawyer coon bad. Maybe. I don't actually know. I don't know if there's anything we can do about it. I don't know if there's anything we can do to fix it. It has gone beyond my reach of knowledge. I just know that this is where we are. This is where we're at. So in light of that, I am kind of trying to make full-time creator stuff work. Now, a lot of people want me to, like, apply for disability, apply, you know, aid and all that stuff. That stuff will take a long time. We'll work on it. One step at a time. I just went to the city on Tuesday to finalize my failure and sign all of the paperwork that I've taken a massive L. So, kind of, I would say spirits are at an all-time low. The lowest low that we've lowed in a while. So do bear with me. I'm sure, hopefully though, doing the reacts on the live stream, things won't be so sporadic, but things will probably be sporadic as they're stealing my whimsy. But with this, I ask, please keep liking, please keep commenting, please keep watching the videos. Anything and everything will help. I'm actually currently asking for some help with an editor on my throne to try and take some of the work off my shoulders, because I don't think that I can keep up. I just don't have the energy that I used to now that I'm old and I hurt. I don't sleep very good, even on meds and melatonin and vitamins, and you drink the cranberry tart cherry juice before bed, you know, the meditation and rituals, and it's just It's been hard. So, if you like this content, you'd like to try and help me be a little bit more consistent, there'll be a phone link in the description below. The featured gift will be the editor. They're having a sale right now. And I've talked to them personally. I've had a meeting with them. They really like my work. They really think we could cook something really hard. That is for the whole month. 4 videos, 1 a week. With thumbnail, VOD scrubbing, editing, clips, and all that kind of stuff. So, like, throw a coin to your maiden. I don't know how that goes, but honestly, just having you guys here is a big help. I appreciate you all greatly. Thank you guys for watching. Please keep supporting the Warhammer videos. Please keep supporting the sponsored shorts. Please keep supporting the other React content we're going to make. This is going up on Thursday. I'm going to have an SCP video go up on Tuesday next week, and as well as the Warhammer video on Thursday. I'm going to try to shoot for Tuesday, Thursday uploads, and then anything extra we get, I'm going to put on Wednesday? I don't know. But yeah, I'm working really hard, and I want to apologize that I may not always be the greatest creator. I may not always be on top of it, but my goodness, do I try. Also, small plug. October 2nd, we'll be debuting my final model. I will never get another new model ever again. We finally, after 2 years, got my other outfit paid off. Finally, after 2 whole years pushing and fighting, I finally got Yandere Yuki paid off. And you guys aren't ready for how adorable she is. Oh, she's so cute. I love her so much. It's gonna be so good. So, October 2nd at 12 p.m. CST. We're gonna do a 12-hour stream showing her off, and we're gonna do spooky reacts. I'm very excited. So, yeah, that's updates from the Fox. I promise you to be a little bit more lighthearted at the end of other videos, and not so long, but I wanted to sneak it in somewhere so people would know. I made a community post about it. I don't know if people read it. Yeah. That's all for me, and if you made it this far, can you put a little heart emoji for me? Something to cheer me up. I send you all of the wands. God bless you guys, seriously, and thank you for being here, and thank you for watching, and thank you for everybody who supports the channel. I will see you either in a live or a video, whatever that may be. Bookie, boo. Bye!